Now let us discuss the topic cubes and cube roots. So there is an interesting story regarding the famous Indian mathematician Ramanujan and another famous mathematician G.H. Hardy once came to visit Ramanujan. Then he came by a taxi. Then the G.H. Hardy G.H. Hardy told Ramanujan that the taxi number was 1729 and he told that it has no importance, means it is a dull number. But immediately Ramanujan replied that it is not a dull number. Now it is he described the number 1729, means the taxi number 1729. He described that. Now this is the smallest number which can be written as the sum of the cubes of two natural numbers in two different ways. Now let us see that 1729 means 1729 equals to 12 cube plus 1 cube. This equals to 10 cube plus 9 cube. Now let us see the number is correct or not. We will take the second one. Now this equals to 10 cube is nothing but 1000 plus 9 cube is 729. So by adding these two we can get 1729. So whereas 12 cube plus 1 cube. Now this we can write 1728 plus 1 cube is 1. So this also 1729. Now since then the taxi number 1729 is known as Hardy-Ramanujan number. Now before going to actual topic cubes and cube roots, let us discuss two topics. Those two are solid figures and cube. Now what is a solid figure and what is a plane figure? A plane figure means which has only two dimensions like surface, rectangle, square, circle, these are all plane figures. So whereas if the figures have three dimensions, then it is known as solid figure. Now the figures which have three dimensions are known as solid figures. Three dimensions means length, breadth and height. Now examples of solid figures: cube, cuboid, prism, pyramid and so on. Now these are all solid figures because these figures have three dimensions like length, breadth and height. Now what is a cube? Now a solid figure in which all the sides are equal is called a cube. Now this is a solid figure in which all the sides so here all the sides are equal. If one side is 1 centimeter, then all its sides are equal. So that is called a cube. Now a solid figure in which all the sides are equal is called a cube. Now let us take some cubes whose side is 1 centimeter. Now see in the first figure, the side of this cube is 1 centimeter, means all the sides are equal. So there is only one cube whose side is 1 centimeter. Now let us take the side of let us take the second cube whose side is 2 centimeters. But in this cube, how many cubes are there whose side is 1 centimeter? Now, along length there are 2 cubes, and along width there are 2 cubes, and along height also there are 2 cubes. So there are totally 2 into 2 into 2, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8 cubes. There are 8 cubes whose side is 1 centimeter in the second figure. Now in the third figure, how many cubes are there whose side is 1 centimeter? So first, what is the side of the given cube? 3 centimeters. Now how many cubes are there whose side is 1 centimeter? So along length 1 2 3 there are 3 cubes, and breadth 1 2 3 and 3 cubes, and along the height also 3 cubes are there. So totally there are 27 cubes whose side is 1 centimeter. Now if you take another cube of side 4 centimeters, then there will be 4 into 4 into 4, 64 cubes whose side is 1 centimeter. Now if you observe all these numbers 1, 8, 27. So what are all these numbers? So these are the cubes of natural numbers. So here 1 can be written as 1 cube equals to 1, and 8 can be written as 2 cube, this equals to 2 into 2 into 2. Next 27 can be written as 3 cube, this equals to, you can write 3 into 3 into 3, this equals to 27. Here 1 cube also you can write 1 into 1, this equals to 1. Here 1 is obtained by multiplying 1 by 3 times, and here 8 also obtained by multiplying 2 3 times, and here 27 is obtained by multiplying 3 times. So if your number is multiplied by itself 3 times, then we get the cube of the given number. So here 8 is called cube of 2, and here 27 is called cube of 3. Then what is the cube of 4? Means 4 cube. So this equals to, so to find the value of 4 cube, we multiply 4 3 times. So 4 into 4, this equals to 64. Now the cube of 4 is 64. And what is the cube of 5? So 5 into 5, this equals to 5 5 are 25, 25 5 are 125. So cube of 5 is 125. And what about 1, 8, 27, 64 and 125? So these are known as perfect cubes or cube numbers. 1, 8, 27, 64, 125 and so on. So these numbers are called perfect cubes or cube numbers. Means whose cube root is a natural number. Now what is a cube? If a number is multiplied by itself 3 times, then the number obtained is called the cube of the given number. So here 5 into 5 into 5. So 5 is multiplied by itself 3 times. So then we get 5 5 are 25, 25 5 are 125. So 125 is the cube of 5, means 5 cube. Then what is a perfect cube or cube number? Here 125 is a perfect cube or cube number because it can be written as the product of 3 equal factors like 5 into 5 into 5. Then what about 64? It is also a perfect number, perfect cube or cube number because 64 can be written as 4 into 4 into 4. Then what about 100? Is 100 a perfect cube or a cube number? No, because 100 can be written as a product of only 2 equal factors like 10 into 10. So it is not a perfect cube or it's not a cube number. Then what about 81? Is 81 a perfect cube? Let us see this now. So 81 can be written as 9 into 9. So it cannot be written as the product of three equal factors. So it is also not a perfect cube, means it's not a cube number. Then what about this 625? Now let us see the factorization of 625. So here 625 can be written as 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125, and 125 5s are 625. So this is also not a perfect cube, or it's not a cube number. But whereas 100, 81 and 625, so these numbers can be written as a product of two equal factors. So these numbers are known as square numbers or perfect squares, but these are not perfect cubes. Now let us write the cubes of first 10 natural numbers. So now we will write cubes of numbers from 1 to 10. Now first we will take the number and its cube. So what is the first natural number? 1. So its cube, 1 cube equals to 1. The second natural number is 2. Then we can write 2 cube equals to 8. Means 2 is multiplied 3 times, then we will get 8. Now 3, then 3 cube equals to 27. The next natural number 4. So here we can write that 4 cube equals to 4 into 4 into 4 is 64. Then 5 cube is the next natural number 5. Then 5 cube equals to 125. Next 6 cube equals to 6 into 6 into 6. 6 6 are 36. 36 6 are 216. Next natural number 7. So 7 cube we can write 7 into 7 49. 49 into 7 343. Next 8. So 8 cube we can write 8 into 8 64. 64 into 8 512. Next 9. 9 cube is, so 9 into 9 81. 81 into 9 729. Next number 10. So 10 cube, 10 into 10 into 10 is 1000. 10 tens are 100. 100 into 10 1000. So these are the cubes of the natural numbers from 1 to 10. Then so what are the perfect cubes? There are, how many perfect cubes are there from 1 to 1000? So there are 10 perfect cubes from 1 to 1000. So these are all perfect cubes, or these are all known as cube numbers. So there are 10 perfect cubes up to 1000. And how many perfect cubes are there up to 100? So up to 100 means 1, 8, 27, 64. So there are 4 perfect cubes up to 100. Next, now what is, if you observe 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So what are all these numbers? Odd numbers or odd natural numbers. And what is the cube of odd numbers? 1 cube 1 is odd number, and 3 cube 20 is also odd number. 5 cube 125 also odd number. Next 7 cube 343 is odd number, and 9 cube 729 also odd number. So we can write that the cube of an odd number is also an odd number. Now what about the cubes of even natural numbers? See here, 2 is even natural number, 4, 6, 8, 10. So these are all even natural numbers. Now what are their cubes? 2 cube 8 is even number, and 4 cube 64 also even number. 6 cube 216 even number. 8 cube 512 is even number, and 10 cube 1000 also even number. So we can write that the cube of any even natural number is also an even natural number. So we can write that the conclusion, the cube of an even number is also an even number. So even number cube equals to even number and odd number cube equals to odd number. Now if you consider the cubes of the first 10 natural numbers, then what are the units places? So we can observe that the units places are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all the digits are present from 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all the digits present in the units place of the cube of a number. But whereas in square number, so any square number or any perfect square does not end with 2, 3, 7, 8. But here the cube of a natural number ends with all of these digits. Means so the cube of any natural number can end with any of these 10 digits. Now we will take another table, units place of a number and units place of its cube. Now if you observe in the table, so if the given number ends with 0, then even its cube also ends with 0, and if the given number ends with 1, then its cube also ends with 1, because 0 cube is 0 and 1 cube is 1 and even 11 cube is 1331, so it ends with 1. And if the given number ends with 5, then what about its cube? See here, the given number ends with 5, then its cube also ends with 5. Next, if the given number ends with 4, then what about the cube of the given number? 4 cube is 64, then the cube of the given number also ends with 4. Next, if the given number ends with 6, then what about its cube? 6 cube is 216, so its cube ends with again 6. Now if the given number ends with 9, then what about its cube? Its cube also ends with 9. Next, now we have observed already 0 here and 1, 5, 9. Next, and even 4. Now we will take 2, 3, and we observed 6 also. Then we take 2, 3, 7, 8. Now what about the units place of the given number with 2 now? We will take units place of the given number 2 now. Then, so what about the units place of the cube of this number? So here 2 cube is 8. So we can write that here 8. Next, with a 3, then the units place of the cube is 7. Next, if the given number ends with 7, then what about the units place of the cube? It is 3. If the given number ends with 8, then its cube ends with 2. Now here we can observe that 2 and 8 and 3 and 7 means if the units place of a given number is 2, then the units place of the cube is 8, or if the units place of the given number is 8, then the units place of the cube is 2, and if the units place of the given number is 3, then what is the units place of the cube? It is 7. Or if the units place of the given number is 7, then what is the units place of the cube? 3. So here 2, 8, we can observe this pair, 2, 8, 8, 2 and 3, 7, 7, 3. So these important points we can observe in the cubes of the first 10 natural numbers. This is not only the first 10 natural numbers, we can take the cubes of any natural numbers. So if the given number ends with 0, then its cube also ends with 0. So the units place of the given number is 1, then the units place of the cube is also 1. So if the units places of the given number are 5, 4, 6, 9, then obviously the units places of the cube are 5, 4, 6, 9 respectively. Now here, if the units place of the given number is 2, then 8 is the units place of the cube, or if 8 is the units place of the given number, then 2 is the units place of the cube. And we can observe the same thing in 3 and 7 also. Now let us solve a problem. Find the ones digit of the cube of the following numbers. Now the given number is 3331. So we have to find the units digit of the cube of this number. Now first you see the units digit of the given number. It is 1. Then 1 cube equals to what? So 1 cube is 1 into 1 into 1. So it is also 1. So we can write that the units digit of 3331 cube is also 1. Next, we should find the units digit of the cube of the given number 8888. First you see the units digit of the given number, that is 8. Then what is 8 cube? So if a given number ends with 8, then its cube ends with 2. This can be observed in the before table which you have done already. So, and even you can find 8 into 8 into 8. 8 8s are 64 and 64 8s are 512. So the units digit is 2. So the units digit of 8888 cube is 2. Next, we should find the units digit of 149 cube. Then what is the units digit of the given number? It is 9. So if a given number ends with 9, then even its cube also ends with 9, because 9 into 9 into 9, 9 9s are 81, 81 9s are 729. So it is also ending with 9. So the units digit of 149 cube is 9. Next, what is the units digit of 1024 cube? So what is the units digit of the given number? It is 4. So if a given number ends with 4, then even its cube also ends with 4, because 4 cube, we will find the value of 4 cube. 4 into 4 into 4. What is this? 4 for the 16, 16 for the 64. So again its units place is 4. So the units digit of 1024 cube is also 4. Next, what is the units digit of 53 cube? First, what is the units digit of the given number? It is 3. Then what is 3 into 3 into 3? 27. The units digit is 7. So if a given number ends with 3, then its cube ends with 7. So the units digit of 53 cube is 7. We can observe that if a given number ends with 2, then its cube ends with 8. Or if a given number ends with 8, then its cube ends with 2. So we can write by implies. And if a given number ends with 3, then its cube ends with 7. Or if a given number ends with 7, then its cube ends with 3. Now see the next topics, some interesting patterns. The first one is adding consecutive odd numbers. Now let us take the first odd number 1. So that is 1 itself, then we can write it as 1 cube. Now we will take the second two odd numbers like 3 and 5 and we will add them. So 3 plus 5 equals to 8. This can be written as 2 cube. Now the next three odd numbers like 7, 9, 11. Then 11 plus 9 is 20 plus 7 is 27. This can be written as 3 cube. Now how can you write 4 cube? See here, 4 cube, this equals to 64, which is equals to. Then how can you write 64? Means if there are 3 odd numbers, then we can write 3 cube. If there are 2 odd numbers, the sum of 2 odd numbers can be written as 2 cube. And here it is 4 cube, means we should write the sum of 4 odd numbers. So after 11 you can start immediately from 13. So you can write that 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19. So this equals to 64, that is equals to 4 cube. Then how many odd numbers are added? Means how many consecutive odd numbers are added in this sum? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 consecutive odd numbers. The sum of these 4 consecutive odd numbers is 64. So that can be written as 4 cube. Then how to write 5 cube? So as we know that 5 cube equals to 125. Then after 19, the immediately next odd number is 21. So you can write 21 plus next odd number 23 plus next odd number 25 plus 27 plus 29. Then how to write directly 6 cube? If this pattern is not given, then how to write the value of 6 cube? We know that we should add 6 consecutive odd numbers, but from where we should add here? So from this pattern we can observe that, see here the base is 4, so we can take 4 into 3 plus 1, this equals to 4 3 are 12 plus 1, that equals to 13. So we can take from 13. If you observe this next 5, first you take 5 and decrease by 1, then you will get 4. So 5 into 4 plus 1, this equals to 5 4s are 20 plus 1 equals to 21. So you can take from 21 and 5 consecutive odd numbers. So 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. Then how to take 6 cube? So here we can write 6 into and decrease by 1, means 6 minus 1 is 5 plus 1, this equals to 6 5s are 30 plus 1 equals to 31. So starting from 31 we should take 6 consecutive odd numbers. So this can be written as 31 plus 33 plus 35 plus 37 plus 39 plus 41. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 consecutive odd numbers starting from 31. So 6 cube is 216. So this can be the 6 cube. Then how to write 7 cube? So we know that 7 cube is 343. Then from where you should start here? Let us see this now. 7 into 6 plus 1. This equals to 7 6 are 42 plus 1 equals to 43. So starting from 43, we should write 7 consecutive odd numbers. So we can write that 43 plus 45 plus 47 plus 49 plus 51 plus 53 plus 55. So this is the sum of 7 consecutive odd numbers, which is equals to 343, and this can be written as 7 cube. So using this pattern, we can write the cube of any natural number as the sum of consecutive odd numbers. So then how can you write 8 cube? So we know that 8 cube, so 8 into 7 plus 1. So 8 7s are 56 plus 1, this equals to 57. So starting from 57, you should take consecutive odd numbers. Then we can write that 57 plus 59 plus 61 plus 63 plus 65 plus 67 plus 69 plus 71. So this equals to 8 cube is 512. So this can be written as 8 cube. So we can write the cube of any natural number as the sum of consecutive odd numbers. Now let us take the second pattern, that is the difference of consecutive cubes. Now first you take 2 cube minus 1 cube. You know that 2 cube value is 8 minus 1 cube value is 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. Now let us check RHS. 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So we can observe that LHS equals to RHS. So even we can check in the second equation, that is 3 cube minus 2 cube equals to 1 plus 3 into 2 into 3. Now let us write the next pattern, that is 4 cube minus 3 cube. 4 cube minus 3 cube, which is equals to, so we can write that 1 plus, see here, in the first two patterns we can observe 2 1. Here also 2 1 are there, the given numbers. And here also 3 2 in the second step, 3 2. So here also you can observe that 3 2, and 1 3 are the same in every step. So here also you can observe that 1 3 are there. So here also 1 plus, we can write the product of these two numbers, 4 into 3 into 3 is the same. Next, so in the same way we can write the difference of any two consecutive cubes, like 7 cube minus 6 cube. We can write that 1 plus 7 into 6 into 3, and we can write 10 cube minus 9 cube also. So 10 cube minus 9 cube. Here 9 and 10 are consecutive cubes or not? 9 cube and 10 cube are consecutive cubes. So we can write that 10 cube minus 9 cube equals to 1 plus 10 into 9 into 3. Now 50 cube minus 49 cube. This can be written as 1 plus 50 into 49 into 3. Now we can write 61 cube minus 60 cube. Here 60 and 61 are consecutive natural numbers, and we can find it 1 plus 61 into 60 into 3. So using this pattern we can write the difference of any two consecutive cubes. Now let us see the next topic, cubes and their prime factors. So we will take few numbers and we will see their prime factorization and even the cubes of the numbers and their prime factorization. Now let us take 4. We know that 4 can be written as 2 into 2 in its prime factorization. So 4 can be written as 2 into 2. And what about 15? 15 we can write 3 into 5, and 6 we can write that 2 into 3. Now let us find the cubes of these natural numbers and see their prime factors. So we know that 4 cube is 64 and 15 cube equals to 3375 and 6 cube equals to 216. Now let us see their prime factors of the cubes of these three numbers. Now 64, if you factor 64 you will get 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and one more 2, 6. See, if you observe the factorization of 64, 2 32s are 2 16s, 2 8s, 2 4s are 2 2s are. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and the prime factorization of 3375. If you observe this, then we can observe that if you factorize this, so 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15 and again 3 table, 3 3s are 9, 22, 3 7s are 21, 3 5s are 15, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15 and 5 2s are 5 5s are. So there are 3 3s and 3 5s. So we can write that 3 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 5. Next, prime factorization of 216. If you factorize 216, so 2 1s are 2, 0, 2 8s are 16, 2 54s, 2 27s, 3 9s are 3 3s are. So we can observe that there are 3 2s and 3 3s. Now see the first case. So when the given number is 4, in its prime factors are 2 and 2, then the first prime factor 2 appears 3 times in the cube and the second prime factor 2 also appears 3 times in its cube. Now if you take the second case, the prime factorization of 15, that is 3 into 5. Now the first prime factor 3 appears here 3 times in the cube of the number and the second prime factor 5 appears here 3 times in the cube of the given number. And even in the third case also, when you factorize 6, we are getting the two prime factors 2 and 3. So 6 can be written as 2 into 3. Then the first factor 2 appears 3 times in the prime factorization of 6 cube and the second prime factor 3 also appears, so 3 times in the prime factorization of 6 cube. So when you observe, now if you take the third case, now 6 cube equals to 216, so that equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. This the same thing can be written as, I am taking the first 2 and here first 3, next 2 and 3, again this 2 and this 3, this equals to 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6. So the 6 cube can be expressed as the product of 3 equal factors, 3 equal natural numbers. So when the given number means 216 can be expressed as the product of 3 equal natural numbers. So when the given number can be expressed as 3 equal factors, then it is called a perfect cube. So here 216 is a perfect cube. So even 3375 also a perfect cube, because we can write it as 3 into 5 15, again 3 into 5 15, again 3 into 5 15. So when a number is expressed as the product of 3 equal factors, then the number is called a perfect cube. So here 64, 3375 and 216. So these three numbers are perfect cubes, and these are the cubes of 4, 15 and 6 respectively. Now let us check 49 is perfect cube or not. Now first we will factorize 49. So when you factorize 49, we are getting 7 7s are 49. So 49 can be written as 7 into 7. So it is written as the product of only 2 equal factors. So it is not a perfect cube, but we can say that it is a perfect square. Now let us see another number, 100. Is it a perfect cube? Now let us see the factorization of 100. 2 5s are 10, 0, 2 25 or 50 and 5 5s are 25. So 100 can be written as 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So this equals to 2 into 5, 10, again 2 into 5, 10. So 100 can be written as the product of only 2 factors, 2 equal factors, but not 3 equal factors. So it is not a perfect cube, but it is a perfect square, because it is written as the product of 2 equal factors. So here 49, 100 are not perfect cubes. Now let us solve a problem. Which of the following numbers are perfect cubes? The first question is 8000. Now first we will factorize 8000. Then 2 4s are 8, 1 2 3 0 same. Next 2 2s are 4, 0 0 0. Next 2 1s are 2, 0 0 0. Next 2 5s are 10, 0 0. Next 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 0. Next 2 125s are 250. Next it is not divisible by 2 and 3, so you can take 5. 5 25s are, then 5 5s are 25. Now if you factorize 8000, we are getting the prime factors are 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 2s, 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5 into 5. So here each prime factor appears 3 times or not. Let us check whether each prime factor appears 3 times or not. So here first prime factor 2 appears 3 times and again 3 times. So totally 6 times. And the second prime factor also appears 3 times. So here in the prime factorization of 8000, each prime factor is appearing 3 times. So then 8000 is a perfect cube. So 8000 is a perfect cube. Next we will take second question, 2025. So we will factorize 2025. So if you take 3 table, then 3 7 3 6 are 18, 2 remainder 22, 3 7 are 21, 3 5 are 15. Next 3 table, 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6, 3 5 are 15. Again 3 table, 3 7s are 21, 3 5 are 15. So again we can take 3 table, 3 25 are 75, and here 5 5 are 25. So if you observe the prime factorization of 2025, then 2025 equals to, so 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. Here the first prime factor appears in a group and here 3 is left. So this, next again the second prime factor 3 is not in the group of 3, and even the next prime factor 5 also it is not present in the group of 3. Means each prime factor does not appear 3 times. So it is not a perfect cube. Therefore, you can write that 2025 is not a perfect cube. But here we can observe that it is a perfect square, because here 3 into 3 it is in pair, again 3 into 3 it is in pair, again 5 into 5 it is in a pair. So each prime factor appears in a pair. So it is a perfect square but not a perfect cube. Next, 15,625. I will do with 5 table. 5 3s are 15, 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. Again 5 table. 5 6 are 30, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. Next 5 table. 5 125s are 625, 5 25s, 5 5s are 25. So when you factorize 15,625, we are getting the prime factors only 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6. There are 6 5s. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Now if you take the group of 3's, now here 5 appears 3 times, again 5 appears 3 times. So each prime factor appears 3 times. Therefore we can write that 15,625 is a perfect cube. Now let us check whether it is a perfect square or not. Now you see here, 5 into 5 it is in a pair, again 5 into 5 it is in a pair, again 5 into 5 it is in a pair. So here every prime factor appears as a pair. So it is also a perfect square. Now let us solve the next question. Check which of the following are perfect cubes. So what pattern do you observe in these perfect cubes? Now let us check the cubes of some natural numbers whose ones places are 0. Now let us see, now let us take 10. So 10 cube equals to 1000, and 20 cube, here 2 cube is 8, and we can take 3 zeros, and 30 cube 27,000. 30 into 30 into 30 is 27,000. When you observe the units places, there are 3 zeros from units place from right to left. So the last places are 3 zeros. Here also the last places are 3 zeros. So when the given number ends with 1 0, then its cube ends with 3 zeros in the last. Now if you observe 40 cube, so we can write that 4 cube as 64 and the last 3 zeros. Now if your number ends with only 2 zeros, then definitely it is not a perfect cube. For example, if you take the number 6400, it is ending with only 2 zeros. So any perfect cube does not end with 2 zeros. Even though 64 is perfect cube, but 6400 is not a perfect cube. Now let us see these problems. 2700. So it is ending with 2 zeros in the last. So we can say that it is not a perfect cube. And the next question, 64,000. It is ending with 3 zeros in the last, and 64. The other two digits are 64, and 64 is a perfect cube. This can be written as 4 into 4 into 4. So you can take 4 and 40. So it is a perfect cube. It can be written as 40 into 40 into 40. Next question, 21,600. So it is ending with 2 zeros. Then it is not a perfect cube. Next, 1,25,000. So it is ending with 3 zeros, and 125 can be written as 5 into 5 into 5. So every prime factor appears 3 times. So it is a perfect cube. Now let us take another question. 25,000. Now it is ending with 3 zeros, but if you factorize 25, so you are not getting each factor 3 times. If you factorize 25, then we are getting 5 into 5, 25. So 25 can be factorized 5 into 5. So here the prime factor 5 appears only 2 times, but not 3 times. So even though it is ending with 3 zeros, but the remaining digits 25, when you factorize 25, so the prime factors appears only 2 times, but not 3 times. So it is not a perfect cube. Now let us solve a question. Which of the following numbers are perfect cubes? Now the first question, 128. Now if you factorize 128, then you will get 2 6 are 12, 2 4 are 8, and 2 32 are 64, 2 16 are 32, 2 8 are 16, 2 4 are 8, 2 2 are 4. So then we can write 128 equals to, how many 2's are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So there are 7 2's. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now if you group of 3's, then we can make the first group of 3 2's and the second group, but 1 2 is left here. So here every prime factor does not appear 3 times. So we can write that it is not a perfect cube. So 128 is not a perfect cube. Next, 100. Now here we can observe that 2 50's are 100, 2 25's are 50, 5 5's are 25. So 100 equals to 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. Here the first prime factor 2 appears only 2 times, and the second prime factor 5 appears only 2 times. So any prime factor does not appear 3 times. So 100 is not a perfect cube. Next, 46,656. So it is divisible in 2 table. Now take 2 2's are 4, 2 3's are 6, 2 3's are 6, 2 2's are 4, 2 8's are 16. Again in 2 table, 2 1's are 2, 2 1's are 2, 2 6's are 12, 2 6's are 12, 2 4's are 8. Again in 2 table, 2 5's are 10, 2 8's are 16, 2 3's are 6, 2 2's are 4. Again in 2 table, 2 2's are 4, 2 9's are 18, 2 1's are 2, 2 6's are 12. So 2 table, 2 1's are 2, 2 4's are 8, 2 5's are 10, 2 8's are 16. 2 table, 2 7's are 14, 2 2's are 4, 2 9's are 18. Now it is divisible in 3 table. 3 2's are 6, 3 4's are 12, 3 3's are 9. Now 3 8's are 24, 3 1's are 3 27's are 81, 3 9's are 27, 3 3's are 9. So here the first prime factor 2 appears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and the second prime factor 3 appears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So we can write that 46,656 equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into again 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So we can make the groups of 3. So 3 2's, again 3 2's, 3 3's, again 3 3's. So each prime factor appears 3 times. Therefore 46,656 is a perfect cube. Now let us solve the next question. Find the smallest number by which each of the following numbers must be multiplied to obtain a perfect cube. Now let us take the first question, 256. So we know that it is not a perfect cube. So to make it a perfect cube, by what number you should multiply 256? You have to find the smallest number to be multiplied by 256 to make it a perfect cube. Now if you factorize 256, so let us factorize 256 and observe. So 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 8s are 16. Next 2 6s are 12, 2 4s are 8. Now 2 32s are 64, 2 16s, 2 8s, 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4. Now 256 equals to, how many 2's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So if you make the groups of 3, then first 3 in a group and next 3 in a group, but in the last group only 2 2's are there. So we need more 1 2 to make it a perfect cube. Here the number in the first group there are 3 2's, and even in the second group there are 3 2's. But whereas in the third group there are only 2 2's. So we need more 1 2 to make it a group of 3. Then the given number 256 must be multiplied by 2 to make it a perfect cube. So therefore you can write that 256 must be multiplied by 2 to obtain a perfect cube. Now let us take the second question, 72. Now let us see the factorization of 72. Now it will be divisible in two tables. 2 36 are 72, 2 18s are 36, 2 9s are 18 and 3 3s are 9. Now 72 equals to, we can write that 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Here the first prime factor 2 appears 3 times. But whereas the second prime factor 3 appears only 1 time, means it is not a perfect cube. So we need to multiply the given number 72 by 3 to obtain a perfect cube. So therefore 72 must be multiplied by 3 to obtain a perfect cube. So when you multiply 72 by 3, then you will get another number. So that product will be a perfect cube. Next, we will solve the next question, 675. So let us see whether 675 is a perfect cube or not. Now we will see the prime factorization of 675. 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15, 3 7s are 21, 3 5s are 15, and 3 25s are 75, 5 5s are 25. Now 675 equals to 3 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. So in the prime factorization of 675, the first prime factor 3 occurs 3 times, but whereas the second prime factor 5 occurs only 2 times. So to make a group of 3, then the given number 675 should be multiplied by 5. Therefore, we can write that 675 must be multiplied by 5 to obtain a perfect cube. So when you multiply 675 by 5, then you will get the product, then that product will be a perfect cube. Now you will solve the next question. Find the smallest number by which each of the following numbers must be divided to obtain a perfect cube. Now let us take the first question, 135. So first we will factorize 135 in 5 table. 5 2s are 10, 5 7s are 35. Here 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are 9. Now when you factorize 135, we are getting the prime factors as 5 into 3 into 3 into 3. Here 3 occurs, means 3 is appearing 3 times, but whereas 5 appears only 1 time. So we have to divide the given number by 5 to obtain a perfect cube. So if you divide this number by 5, then you will get only 3 3s, then 5 will be cancelled. So therefore you can write that 135 must be divided by 5 to obtain a perfect cube. Next, take second question, 192. So we will factorize 192 and see 219, 2 9s are 18 and 2 6s are 12. Next, 2 48s are 96, 2 24s, 2 12s are 2 6, 2 3s are. Now we will write that 192 equals to, how many 2s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 2s and into 3. Now here the first prime factor 2 occurs 3 times and again 3 times, but there is only 1 3 left there. So then the given number should be divided by 3 to obtain a perfect cube. So therefore we can write that 192 must be divided by 3 to obtain a perfect cube. Means 3 is the smallest natural number, smallest number that should be divided by 192 to obtain a perfect cube. Now the next question, 704. Let us factorize 704 and 704. 704, it is divisible in 2 table. 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4. Again 2 table. 2 1s are 2, 2 7s are 14, 2 6s are 12. 2 table, 2 8s are 16, 2 8s are 16. Again 2 table, 2 44s, 2 22 times, 2 11s are. Now 704 equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 2s and 11. Here this 3 2s can be made a group, and again 3 2s can be made a group, but here 11 is left, means 11 does not appear 3 times. So therefore we can write that 704 must be divided by 11 to obtain a perfect cube. means, so 11 is the smallest number that should be divided by 704 then to make it a perfect cube. Now we will solve the next question. Parikshit makes a cuboid of plasticine of sides 5 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 5 centimeters. Then how many such cuboids will he need to form a cube? Then first we will take the dimensions of the given cuboid are 5 centimeters, 2 centimeters and 5 centimeters. So if you take first cuboid, the dimensions in centimeter, we can take that 5 into 2 into 5. So 5 2s are 10, 10 5s are 50 centimeter cube is the volume of the first cuboid, but it is not forming any cube. Then let us take the second cuboid also. If you take the second cuboid, again the same dimensions, so 5 into 2 into 5. So do they make any cube here? Now let us check by taking the dimensions here. The factor 5 appears here 2 times, here also 2 times, means totally 4 times, but not either 3 times or 6 times, even though the second factor 2 appears only 2 times. So it is not making any cube. Now let us take the third cuboid. Then again the same dimensions, 5 into 2 into 5. So there are 3 cuboids taken with the same dimensions. Now if you observe the dimensions here, 5 appears 3 times, then 2 appears 3 times, again 5 appears 3 times. Then the cube is formed. So then the number of cuboids needed to form a cube is, how many cuboids are needed to form the cube? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 cuboids needed to form a cube. So if he takes 3 cuboids, then he will get a cube. Now the next topic is cube roots. Now consider a cube whose volume is 125 centimeter cube. Now there is a cube whose volume is 125 centimeter cube. Then what is the side of the cube? So what is the volume? V equals to 125 centimeter cube. Then what is the side? Means you have to find the side of the cube. So then if you factorize 125, then we are getting 5 into 5 into 5, means length of each side is 5 centimeters. So here 5 is the side of the cube, means 5 is the cube root of 125. So then the cube root symbol is, the square root symbol is, this is the symbol of square root, but whereas cube root of symbol is cube root of the required number 125, this equals to 5. So as you know that square root is the inverse operation of finding square. So similarly, finding cube root is the inverse operation of finding cube. So when you multiply 4 3 times, 4 into 4 into 4, this equals to 4 cube, this equals to 64. Then the cube root of 64 is 4. So when you write 10 cube equals to 1000, then cube root of 1000 is 10. Now you will write the cube roots up to 1000 here you will take perfect cubes, and in the next column you will take cube roots. So we know that 1 cube equals to 1, 2 cube equals to 8. So we can write that cube root of 1 equals to 1 and cube root of 8 equals to 2. Then 3 cube is 27. So you can write that cube root of 27 is 3. Next 4 cube equals to 64. So we can write that cube root of 64 equals to 4. Next 5 cube equals to 125. So we can write that cube root of 125 equals to 5. 6 cube is 216. So we can write that cube root of 216 equals to 6. 7 cube is 343. So we can write that cube root of 343 equals to 7. Then 8 cube equals to 512. Then cube root of 512 equals to 8. Next 9 cube is 729. Then cube root of 729 is 9. The last 10 cube equals to 1000. So we can write that cube root of 1000 equals to 10. So these are the cube roots up to 1 to 1000. The next topic is cube root through prime factorization method. So we will find the cube root of natural numbers using prime factorization method. So first we will take 3375. Now it is divisible by 3 table. 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15. Again 3 table. 3 3s are 9, 2 remainder 22, 3 7s are 21, 3 5s are 15. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15. Again 5 table. 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25, 5 5s are 25. Now when you factorize 3375, we are getting the prime factors 3 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 5. So the first prime factor appears 3 times and the second prime factor also appears 3 times. So we can take that cube root of 3375 equals to, so for these 3 3's you will take up 1 3 and into, for these 3 5's you will take 1 5. This equals to 3 into 5, 15. So the cube root of 3375 is 15. Now let us find the cube root of 8000. So we will factorize 8000. 2 table, 2 4s are 8, 1 2 3 zeros, 2 2s are 4, 3 zeros, again 2 1s are 2, 2 500s are 1000, 2 250s are 500, 2 125s, 5 25s, again 5 5s are. So we can write that 8000 equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6 2's, 1 2 3 4 5 6 2's into 3 5's, 5 into 5 into 5. Now this equals to, now cube root of 8000. Now let us check whether each prime factor appears 3 times or not. Now the first prime factor 2 appears 3 times and again 3 times, and the second prime factor appears 3 times. So we can take 2, in these 3 2's we can take 2 here, and in these 3 2's we can take 2, and in these 3 5's we are taking 5. Now this equals to 2 2's are 4, 4 5's are 20. Now 8000 is a perfect cube and its cube root is 20. Now let us solve a problem. State true or false for any integer m square less than m cube y. Now here integer means all negative numbers, 0 and all positive numbers. So this can be checked in 3 cases. Now case 1, if m is a negative integer, so let us take any negative integer for m. Let m equals to -3. Then we will find m square. M square equals to -3 whole square equals to 9. But whereas m cube equals to -3 whole cube equals to minus cube is -3 cube is 27. But here we got that 9 greater than -27. So positive number is greater than negative number. But whereas means m square is greater than m cube. But whereas it is given that m square is less than m cube. So it is false. For the negative integer of m, the result is false. Now we will check in case of m value 0. So the case 2, if m equals to 0. Now m square equals to 0 square equals to 0 and m cube equals to 0 cube equals to 0. Then m square equals to m cube. But what is given here in the question? M square less than m cube. So it is false in case of m value 0. Now let us check any positive integer. Now case 3, if m is a negative integer, so let m equals to 3. Now we will find m square value. 3 square equals to 9 and m cube value 3 cube equals to 27. So here 9 less than 27 means m square is less than m cube. So even though it is given that m square is less than m cube, therefore it is true. So m square is less than m cube is true only in case of positive integers. But in case of 0 and negative integers, it is false. Now the next topic, estimation method to find the cube root of a perfect cube. Now you should find the cube root of 8,57,375 using estimation method. Now first let us divide the given number into 2 groups such that each group has 3 digits. So from right side, from rightmost, we can write the last 3 digits 3, 7, 5 in the first group and the remaining digits 8, 5, 7 in the second group. So this is second group and this is the first group. So here we need to find the cube root of 8,57,375. So its cube root has 2 digits, ones place and tens place. Now consider the first group. What is the units place of the first group? It is 5. So if the units place of the perfect cube is 5, then the units place of its cube root also 5, because 5 cube equals to 125. If the units place of perfect cube is 5, then its cube root also, the units place of the cube root also 5. So this is the units place of the required cube root of the given number 5. Next we have to find the tens place now. For that, consider the second group, that is 857. So what are the perfect cubes which are less than and greater than the given second group? So those two digits are 729 less than 857 less than 1000. So here 729 and 1000 are perfect cubes, but one is smaller than 857 and other is larger than 857. Now in this means 857 lies between these two perfect cubes. Now what is the cube root of 729? It can be written as 9 cube less than 857 less than 10 cube. Now in these two, which in 9 and 10, which is smaller? Or we can write that which is smaller? 9 is the smaller number. So this smaller number, the units place of this smaller number is the tens place of the cube root. So here we can write that 9. So the cube root of the given number is 95. So once again I repeat, first you have to divide the given number into two groups such that each from right side 5, 7, 3, this group consists of 3 digits and again the remaining digits in the second group. Now consider the first group. The units place of the first group is 5. So when the cube root ends with 5, then its cube ends with 5. So when the cube ends with 5, its cube root also ends with 5. So this 5 is the units place of the required cube root. Next, consider the second group, that is 857. So this 857 lies between two perfect cubes, 729 and 1000. This 729 can be written as 9 cube and 1000 can be written as 10 cube. In these two numbers, which is smaller? 9. So what is the units place of this 9? It is obviously 9. So that 9 is the tens place of the required cube root of the given number. So then the cube root of the given number is 95. Now consider the next second question. We have to find the cube root of 17,576. So for that, divide the given number into two groups starting from units place 6, 7, 5. So this is first group and the remaining digits 17, this is second group. We have to find the cube root of 17,576. Next, consider the first group 576. So what is the units place of the first group? It is 6. Then 6 cube equals to 216. So if a number ends with 6, means if a perfect cube ends with 6, then its cube root also ends with 6. So cube root of 216 equal to 6. So then the units place of the cube root is 6. Now you should find out the tens place of the cube root. So for that you consider the second group, that is 17, and 17 lies between which two perfect cubes? We know that 17 lies between 8 and 27 because 8 and 27 are perfect cubes. So 8 less than 17 less than 27. So 8 can be written as 2 cube less than 17 less than 27 can be written as 3 cube. So 17 lies between two perfect cubes 8 and 27. So 8 can be written as 2 cube and 27 can be written as 3 cube. Now in these two, 2 and 3, which is smaller? So we know that 2 is smaller. So that is the tens place of the required cube root, that is 2. Now the cube root of the given number is 26. Now you solve the next question. Find the cube root of the following numbers by prime factorization method. So first we will take 512. We will factorize 512. 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 2 6s are 12, 2 128s are 256, 2 64s, 2 32s, 2 16s are, 2 8s are, 2 4s are, 2 2s are. Now if you take 512 as a product of prime factors, here how many 2s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can write that 2 into 2 into 2 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 2s. Now cube root of 512, this equals to, for these 3 2s we can take 1 2 into, for these 3 2s we can take 1 2 into, again for these 2 2s 2. So 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So 8 is the cube root of 512. Next, 10,648. We will factorize this number. 2 5s are 10, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8. Again 2 table, 2 2s are 4, 2 6s are 12, 2 6s are 12, 2 2s are 4. Again 2 table, 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6, 2 1s are 2. Now you can take 11 table, 11 1s are 11, 11 2s are 22, 11 1s are 11. Again 11 11s are 121. Now 10,648 equals to, we can write that 2 into 2 into 2 into 11 into 11 into 11. Then cube root of 10,648 equals to, so for these 3 2's we can take 1 2 into, for these 3 11's we can take 11. This equals to 11 2's are 22. So cube root of 10,648 is 22. Next, 27,000. So we can take 2 table, 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10, 0 0. 2 6s are 12, 2 7s are 14, 2 5s are 10, 0. And 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6, 2 7s are 14, 2 5s are 10. Now you can take 3 table, 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15. Again 3 table, 3 3s are 9, 22, 3 7s are 21, 3 5s are 15. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15. Now we can take 5 table. So 5 25s are 125 and 5 5s are 25. So we can write that 27,000 equals to, there are 3 2's, 2 into 2 into 2 into, there are 3 3's, 3 into 3 into 3, and there are 3 5's, 3 into 5 into 5 into 5. Now cube root of 27,000 equals to, for these 3 2's we can take 1 2, 3 3's 1 3 into 3 5's 1 5. This equals to 2 3's are 6, 6 5's are 30. So 30 is the cube root of 27,000. Now the next question is 15,625. So we will factorize 15,625. So it is divisible by 5. 5 3's are 15, 5 1's are 5, 5 2's are 10, 5 5's are 25, 5 6's are 30, 5 2's are 10, 5 5's are 25. So 5 table, 5 1's are, 5 2's are, 5 5's are. Next 5 25's are, 5 5's are. Now 15,625 equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6. 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. Now cube root of 15,625 equals to, for these 3 5's we can take 5 into, these 3 5's we can take another 5. So this equals to 25. So cube root of 15,625 is 25. Next, 13,824. We will do in 2 table, 2 6 are 12, 2 9 are 18, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. Next, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, 2 6s are 12, 2 1s are 2, 2 7s are 14, 2 2s are 4, 2 8s are 16, 2 8s are 16, 2 1s are 2, 2 6s are 12, and 2 4s are 8. Next, 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4. Again 2 table, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 2 6s are 12. 2 1s are 2, 0, 2 8s are 16, 2 54s, 2 27s, 3 9s are 3 3s are. Now we can write that 13,824 equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 2s into 3 3s. Now cube root of 13,824 equals to, for these 3 2s 1 2 you can take, again for these 3 2s 1 2 into, so 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24. So the cube root of 13,824 is 24. Now let us solve the next question. Can you guess without factorization what is the cube root of 4,913? Now we will take the given number 4,913, but without factorization we have to find the cube root. Now how to find the cube root without factorization method? So there is another method called estimation method. So according to estimation method, the given number should be separated into two groups from the rightmost. So from the rightmost we will take 3 digits in the first group and the remaining digits in the second group. So 4 is in the second group and 913 in the first group. Now we will find the cube root of 4,913. So it has 2 digits, ones place and tens place. Now to find the ones place of the cube root, we should consider the first group in the given number, and in the first group what is the units place? That is 3. If a perfect cube ends with 3, then its cube root ends with 7, because if you find 3 cube, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, or if you find 7 cube, 7 7s are 49, again 49 into 7, the last 7 are 63, the last digit units place is 3. So if a number ends with 3, then its cube root ends with 7. So here the units place of the required square root is 7. Next you have to find the tens place of the required square root. For that you have to consider the second group. Now in the second group 4. So 4 lies between which two perfect cubes? So 4 lies between 1 and 8, which are perfect cubes. So 1 less than, 4 less than 8. So this 1 can be written as 1 cube, less than 4, less than 8 can be written as 2 cube. In these two numbers, which is smaller? 1. In 1 and 2, 1 is smaller. So here the smaller number 1, in this smaller number 1, what is the units place? There is only one digit, that is 1. So units place also 1. So that units place is the tens place of our required square root. So that is 1. So the square root of the required number is 17. Now let us check whether 17 is the, so the tens place of the required cube root is 1. Means the cube root of the required number 4,913 is 17. Now let us check the cube root of 4,913 is 17 or not. Now we will multiply, means 17 cube equals to 17 into 17 into 17. This equals to 17 17s are 289 into 17. Now we will multiply 289 by 17. 7 9 are 63, 7 8 are 56 plus 6 62, 7 2 are 14 plus 6 20 into 1 9 are 9, 1 8 are 8, 1 2 are 2. This equals to 3, 9 plus 2 11, 8 plus 1 9, 2 plus 2 4. So the cube root, now the cube of 17 is 4913. So the cube root of 4913 is 17. So this answer is correct.